This is James O'Keefe in downtown Minneapolis. We have a team of undercover reporters still inside the mob. I was at the scene of the shooting covering it this morning, and basically we barely got out of there alive. There were a few hundred that surrounded us, started throwing ice bottles at us. A few hit us, hit our vehicle. They were starting to rip off my bulletproof vest, so we got out of there. We were followed, we were tailed, and here we are right now. We just got this message, and it says, we know that you're in Minneapolis. You're with O'Keefe and his crew of Nazis. You're in a white Ford license plate. They actually wrote the license plate down from Florida. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. You have 1 hour to leave or you're dead. We are going to produce our footage, gathering everything we've got from this weekend. We're going to put our report together along with the hidden camera footage that we have. We still have undercover people in the field. Please pray for my team's safety.
Do you know what's interesting about this? Theoretically, he could actually fake that. There's absolutely no way of verifying. But because for the last decades or so, leftists have consistently, systematically tried to delegitimize him as a journalist, and he actually sued and he won. And over that, you also have leftists being exposed for doing these types of tactics. Like, at this point, everyone is willing to believe him. Like, yeah, I mean, it's Minneapolis. I mean, they would obviously act like that. He's not the first journalist that gets into trouble. There was another journalist. I was told that he is a far-right Christian provocateur. And there's video with him being terrorized by the mob, and they just grab him down. And it feels like they're about to lynch him. I think he actually ended up hospitalized, like they kick him in the head and all of that. And so it's like, okay, well, if you have like this systemic behavior towards journalists, why wouldn't people believe the journalists? And the thing is, it's not just the mob, right, in Minneapolis. But when you go on Twitter, when you go on Reddit, you see leftists justifying it, glorifying it, like promoting lawlessness and violence. And then it's the same leftists, when something happens, when the police is roughing them up or something, all of a sudden from violent bullies, they turn into victims. And they go around social media and it's like, look how the police is abusing. Look how the police is abusing the law. It's like, motherfucker, you're abusing the law towards citizens. Right? And so it's very difficult for people to have like the same level of empathy and sympathy for the bully. Like, people are going to say that the bully deserves it, but it's like one thing when you have a weak kid in the classroom getting beaten up by someone, like you have a level of empathy for that. And it's another thing when you see people that are constantly the aggressors, constantly the attackers, and then someone, the teacher like drags their ear or some shit and they start crying and screaming and, oh my goodness, look how unfair this school is. Look how the teacher is doing abuse of power. And it's like, yeah, but you're bullying the classmates every single day, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There are videos from Minneapolis where people who wear any type of, like, right-wing symbols, whether it's a MAGA hat, whether it's a hoodie that says freedom on it, they get targeted and attacked because apparently in Minneapolis, you're not allowed to have any other ideology. It's like one-party state now. Like, unless you're a Democrat, they will harass you, they will hound you. Right? Like, they claim they're after ICE, like they're claiming that they're against the government, evil authoritarianism, but for some reason they're also targeting citizens. Like just a couple of days ago, there were some individuals sitting in a restaurant that the mob believed they're ICE agents, and they went to harass him. There was also the church incident where they literally went inside the church to harass the church. And so these are the same people, talking about, oh, well, Trump's a fascist, it's a lawlessness. You're creating the lawlessness. Do you know what's interesting? You look at Texas. Like, Texas being a border state, it actually has a lot more ICE agents operating over there. There's a lot more arrests. Why don't we see the same problems in Texas? Like, why are the Texans on the street saying, oh, my goodness, we can't live in this America anymore. Oh, the fascist Fed. Like, wouldn't it make sense that you would actually have more incidents where ICE people are attacking citizens in Texas because of the sheer volume of it? Like, if you have, let's say, 10,000 arrests, right, compared to, like, 1,000 in another place, just by the sheer number, if you say like 5% of those arrests would go wrong, or they would have been done illegally or whatever, like you would have so many examples coming from Texas, but for some reason, you just don't. And the mainstream media isn't fascinated by this. Like, this is not something that would spark their curiosity. The reality is that by now, most people are very much aware of the leftist tactics. Like, they go out of their way, they have apps, and they go to antagonize police officers. They basically do not want any deportation whatsoever for any reason. And so they go, they try to stop the ICE agents. They're trying to antagonize the ICE agents, hoping that one of them will snap. And when that happens, they play the victims. They act like, well, they were just happening to be there peacefully protesting and something happened to them. And so the question is, like, if people are aware of this, like if people know the tactics, how can people choose not to play the game? Like, if you're a person that actually wants to pay money so that the government has ICE agents to deport people that are there illegally and have committed crimes, right? And you want that to happen and you vote for that and you support that, what is the play here? Like how can I act knowing that there are some political agitators out there trying to get hurt in order to get me to care? Like how exactly can I explain to them that, look, I know what you're doing, I just don't want to play your game. Like, I'm not a bad person or anything. I think you're disingenuous. Like, I think if you genuinely wanted a world without borders where immigration offices are just suggestion boxes, then you would actually petition for the law to change. But you know that you are in an extreme fringe minority, and so you know that the law will never change, so you're trying to use underhanded tactics. And you're trying to claim that you have moral superiority over other people that don't care where you get roughed up because they know what you're doing. They know the intent. It's not the actions. It's not what the officers are doing. It's your mindset that is basically encouraging people to try and become martyrs for the cameras. And by the way, the only reason it happens in Minneapolis and it doesn't happen in Texas or other places is because the Minneapolis police allows it to happen. Like, there are so many instances where the police sees it, does absolutely nothing. The governor itself, that he is on the side of the agitators. And this is why it's happening. You know, you cannot have, like, this level of brazenness and this level of lawlessness unless you have government support. And it's also important to understand, it's not Tim Walz. Like, he's not running again for election. He dropped out of the race. And yet, despite all that, he still allows things to happen. Like if he wanted to, he could crack down on it. And so that's interesting, isn't it? Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.